Hello, my name is Ali. I'm a technical solutions architect at Cisco Enterprise Networking team. In this demo, we are going to explore the different multi-tenancy deployment option with Cisco SD-WAN. Multi-tenancy in SD-WAN enables enterprises and managed service providers alike to manage multiple business units or customers. Multi-tenancy can be achieved in different ways based on customer requirements and service provider offering model. One way to achieve multi-tenancy is to have a dedicated set of controllers for each customer or business unit. Another way is by implementing VPN segmentation, where each customer or business unit is mapped to a virtual routing instance. A third option is to have the controller backend shared across multiple customers where data is logically isolated on these shared controllers. Now, let's map each deployment option to a use case. The dedicated option is more like a IaaS model, which could fit customers with large scale, mandate to have a dedicated infrastructure and own management. The enterprise option is more like a PaaS model, where the infrastructure is shared across multiple customers and co-managed with the service provider. Each tenant would have their own access to manage their fabric. Service provider would have the provider view to manage different tenants, and the provider as a tenant view, which allow them to offer a co-management operation model. The VPN tenancy option is more like a SaaS model, where the operation is completely handled by the service provider. RBAC could be implemented so customer can have limited access to view certain data related to their WAN. This model could fit a small customer who don't have an operation team to operate the WAN. All options can be offered by the service provider to address different market needs. This is a conceptual architecture only, which highlights customer space, which is composed of customer router, head in the space. For IaaS-like model, each customer would need to have their own head-end router, and that can be offered based on virtual platform, which allows service provider to minimize the footprint. For PaaS-like model, Cisco supports multi-tenancy on data plane as well. The same head-end router could serve multiple tenants. For SaaS-like model, the same head-end set of routers could serve multiple customers, and segregation is achieved natively via virtual routing instances. Then we have the controller space, where service provider hosts multiple controllers to address different offering and operation models. In this demo, I'm going to showcase the enterprise tenancy model. We have two customers, a green and red, and each customer has two branches. Then we have a head-end router that is multi-tenancy data plane capable, managed by the service provider. And finally, we have one controller set which serves both customers. In this demo, service provider acts as middle mile to connect customers to cloud services. Customers would benefit from the direct peering that the service provider is offering and SD-WAN services. Let's first log in as provider. This is the provider view. We see here 1.1 edge, which is the shared data plane router managed by the service provider. Over here, we can see the tenant status details. Through the administration tab, we can manage tenant by adding or deleting tenants. Service provider can define the forecasted number of devices per each tenant. Also, service provider can define service tier, which represent the maximum number of VPN each tenant can implement. Service provider can navigate to any tenant for co-management. Also, service provider can restrict each tenant access privilege by creating a specific user group that allow tenant to manage certain feature or functions. Service provider could map access privilege to service offering. For example, service provider could come up with a cloud optimization service with additional cost. For that, they would create a user group with a cloud feature access privilege. Now, let's log in as a tenant. As we can see, there is no controller details here as they are managed by the service provider. If we go to devices, we can see that we have two routers, one per each branch. If we go to the tunnel tab, we see router establishes IP6 tunnel between themselves and with the shared router, which is managed by the service provider. I hope it was informative and I would like to thank you for watching.